sticker that to the side.
Cross between the Mickey and the Frank Smile. Okay.
It's good to go?
Yeah, you can't see.
Okay.
That's the one thing I don't like about it. Oh, what? We're supposed to start like from drop.
Good luck!
Hey girl, hey! Noah's here
Hey
with
boy,
you.
hey.
It's back a ways, it's not going to be on the action, but let me mount it and then I'll call you back. You'll have to tell me how to turn it. Hold on. All right. Straight. That's all right. you have someone to switch your cameras for you, director? Do you have someone to push the button? I'm sorry. Are we live then? Happy Hockey Day, Tiger fans. Here we go for game number 4 of the Cactus Cup. Most likely going to be the final match for these boys. If we do win, it comes down to a whole bunch of tiebreakers, and I don't think we hold the advantage in any of those tiebreakers. So this will likely do it for our trip to Arizona as we prep to take on the Abbotsford Hawks, part of the Canadian contingent that made their way to the American Southwest. I believe I'm told their record in this tournament so far is 1-1-1. That tie coming against our friends from Fort Collins, the no-code team that is ranked really pretty high in the national rankings. So a quality team that they were able to pull out a tie against. But you never know what that means, especially in a tournament like this. So under a minute left to go in warm-ups, and we'll get set to play. Again, should be a full roster today. Nobody missing, nobody hurt. Everybody ready to go. You do have the advantage of Noah having made his way to Arizona. Picked him up from the airport this morning. He was happy to get out of the negative temperatures of Colorado and find his way to a sunny 60 here in the Phoenix metro area. With Noah comes the advantage of a little bit better camera and possibly a second camera angle. You got those fun graphics. Hopefully it'll keep you up to date with the score on the screen. I'll still announce it as best I can as well. As has been the case for this tournament, 13 minutes on the clock. The refs making some final checks there at center ice with the scorekeeper. Tigers send out their starting 5. Looks like it's going to be Jared Marshall back on defense. He'll have Steven up front with Brody and Henry. We'll look to build on the win of last night, 4-2 victory for your Tiger team. I still think their best game, where they've looked the best, was that game 2 games ago in the 5-3 loss. But man, the effort and energy were there. If they can carry that into this, that'll certainly go a long way. As Henry worked the puck on the far side, Abbotsford able to get it back in the zone. Steven sends that back down ice for the Tigers, and they'll have to do a bit of dump and chase. The Hawks are the first there, but challenged in the corner by Brody, who comes away with the puck. He's able to maintain possession, turns it back, poked out to the center there by Henry, and then sent out toward the blue line by Abbotsford. They can't get it across and out of the zone. Brody's still pressuring as a couple Tigers did go for a change. Colton and Miles found their way to the ice after a good start there by the first line of forwards. AJ comes on as the third forward for this group, and the Tigers are going to try and stretch it up on this Olympic-sized sheet. That gets into AJ's feet. He tries to send it toward the net, can't connect on that shot, sent back into the corner by Abbotsford. AJ's challenging, makes a centering pass, but nobody home. Colton now picks up the pressure in the near side corner and comes away with the puck here. So the boys able to get the puck kind of at their demand right now. We'll see if they keep up that effort and energy as AJ able to get the puck and then just misses again on a pass across. I'm sorry, that was Miles missing on the pass across to AJ. Abbotsford coming right at you. Jared loses his skates. That puck goes wide near side. It is Jalen in net for your Tigers this afternoon, as that's AJ working on the corners, lifted some hands, lifted a stick, sends it down the other way and goes for a change. Out onto the ice fast for the Tigers was Easton, as Abbotsford dumps that into the zone and goes for a change of their own. Cruin gets the puck, sends it up the boards to Teague, who scoops it out across the blue line, tapped back in, but sent right back out by Josh. Preston gets it and gains the zone for the Tigers, takes the shot, but it goes into the skates of this player in front of him. Rubbed off the puck there by Easton, sent back into the zone by Cruin. Your defense is Cruin and Josh right now. Your forwards are Hunter, Easton, and Preston. Preston working the puck in the corner, comes up the near boards. Josh scoops it back to Easton, who tries to backhand pass to a flashing Preston, but Preston not able to step to it. Puck comes loose in front. Backdoor was there, but the Tigers player wasn't, so now back the other direction for Abbotsford. This is Preston carrying the puck up across center ice. He gets slowed down by the Hawks player. They're jamming it along the boards to try and get it where they want it. Cruin finally gets it and throws it toward the Tigers zone as he heads off for a change, as does Easton and Preston. This is Pie Guy putting on the defensive pressure as that shot sails high into the glass behind the net. Gavin on the front ice up front along with Jack. As that puck, that pass wasn't where it wanted to be, but Henry went and got it himself, gets it into the corner, tries the centering pass there and can't quite connect with, I believe that's Preston, was in front of the net. Jack sends that across, but doesn't quite make the pass through the Hawks player, but it does come into the zone for an offsides with 9:35 in the first period. Still a 0-0 game. Your Tigers have looked pretty good so far today. Steven's going to be on the near side wing. Colton in the middle with Brody on the far side wing. Thank you for the assist from the fans next to me. We have Marshall and Jared on defense. Puck comes toward the net. Jared intercepts that centering pass, gets it out to his teammate here on the near side, sent across to Brody, just out of his reach and sent back into the zone by the Abbotsford Hawks. Jared recollects below the goal line, turns up ice, has time, has space, skates towards center ice. Knocked off his stick, but Colton there to collect it. He sends it across the width of this Olympic-sized rink, and Steven will send it all the way into the zone for the Tigers as a bunch of boys make a change. Steven's going to stay out to keep the pressure on, as he should, and slow him down so everybody can get set. That's AJ on the ice with Easton and Steven now up front as AJ gathers the puck and takes it right up the middle of the ice. He gets a shot, and that just misses wide near side. Quality chance created by effort. Easton is going to sweep the puck from below the goal line, gets into some skates. Now it's going to have to be picked up on pressure by Miles on the far side. Miles and Easton working the puck in the corner. AJ's in front, waiting for it to scoot out. It does, but not quite all the way to him, so now rimmed around near side by the Hawks. AJ pressuring, comes out with it, takes the contact, but gets the puck to Miles. The Hawks just going to sweep that down the ice. Refs say no icing. So Josh has to work back and create the pressure below the goal line. He'll be aided by Cruin. Cruin able to get the puck out, sweep it up the far side boards. AJ working to get it out, can't quite do it, but does settle on the puck of Josh, who sends it up toward Miles. Hawks are able to get it on the far end of the ice. They make the cross ice pass, but Brody, I believe, And that'll be whistled for an offsides. Pie Guy's going to be back on defense, joined by Tate. Your forwards are going to be Preston, centered by Henry, with Hunter out on the wing. Puck won back by the Hawks, but not controlled, so Hunter able to get in and try and get the shot, gets into the legs of the Hawks player. So far, the biggest thing the Tigers have contended with on shots is traffic in front. Nice shot there by Preston. Puck bounced around in front, finally swept to the far side boards by the Hawks players. They turn it back below the goal line to the near side. Hunter won't let them do anything clean. He's bothering them. They'll send it back to the far side boards where Preston's going to meet him and sweep that back deeper into the zone. Hunter gets the puck on his stick and gets it out to Preston. So that would have been Easton over on the boards. Henry on the boards with Hunter. But a shot opportunity created there through some effort as we count to exactly 7 minutes for this next face-off left in the first period. Tigers are putting the pressure on. Let's see if that pressure can translate to a goal. It's going to be Tate back on defense with Pie Guy. It'll be Colton in the middle with Jack to his right and Gavin to his left. Colton wins that over to Gavin. Gavin collects it along the boards and sweeps it into the corner. Comes all the way around near side where the Hawks player will get it in the corner. It does come across the blue line, gloved down by Gavin, who can't control the puck. Abbotsford gets it. Some contact at center ice, but all the clean kind of contact. Puck comes into the corner right in front of you. It's going to be Tate able to sweep it from the goal line up the far boards and out of the zone. So it'll be collected at the neutral ice by Abbotsford, who sends it right back down to the Tigers player. Pass across, can't connect to Jack. Refs again say no icing, so Abbotsford collects it and sends it up themselves. That one will go down the other direction. Could be an icing, but they'll say again no. Puck just not quite getting far enough either end, so just some back and forth. So some teams could make changes. Jack skates that across center ice, and he'll go for a change as he sent it into the zone. Steven makes a quality hit there in the corner. Jared on it, protecting the blue line for the Tigers here. Puck does come out of the zone. Steven there to get it and turn it right back in. Easton out there with Brody. Brody's flashing below the goal line to try and hold the zone here for the Tigers and continue to create these opportunities. Marshall jams it on that far side blue line, but finally able to get it out of the zone are these Hawks. Tigers poke it right back in. That's Easton. Sends the centering pass, and a nice opportunity off of Brody's stick. Just couldn't quite get it into the net, but we'll try again. Brody battling in the corner along the boards here. That is Steven actually battling. Brody steps in to help. Comes around far side. Marshall there, able to sweep it in on the second attempt, but cannot hold Ken the Tigers. Abbotsford's going to get it across center ice, and he'll go make a change. Steven comes away with the puck, gains the zone for the Tigers. He throws that on net, and all 5 Tigers get a change. So out on the ice is Henry, going to flash to try and pressure a bad pass. He's able to keep the zone here is Henry, gets the shot, and a shot by Miles. Puck is still loose and finally covered by Abbotsford, but quality opportunity created there for the Tigers. 4:37 left in the first period. It's going to be Josh and Cruin back on defense. It'll be Miles, AJ, and Henry up front. Just created a quality opportunity. Henry flashing off the bench, ran into the corner, able to create a pass that wasn't real solid, so he got it off the boards himself and took the shot, created a rebound opportunity. That faceoff won back to Josh, couldn't hold the blue line, and so now this group of Tigers will have to go the full length of the ice to keep the pressure on. Josh gets the puck below the goal line, has space on the far side, thinks about passing across, doesn't, instead taps it up to AJ, who just sends it up the boards and down ice. Henry's going to pressure again and see if he can't repeat. The Hawks able to get it out as far as the blue line, but not across, and that'll just be a hand pass, so will be a face-off just outside the zone. .405 in this first period, still a 0-0 game, but the Tigers have had their opportunities. Colton's going to take the face-off. He's got Preston on his near side. He's got Hunter on his far side. Your defense is Tate on the near side D and Pie Guy on that far side D. Puck's on Pie's stick. He sends it across to Tate. Tate looks, sees Preston, sends it up across center ice and into the zone for the Tigers. Flashing to the puck carrier was Preston, but Abbotsford able to break the puck out and across center ice themselves, gain the blue line, but tapped off the puck carrier's stick. Tate gets it, creates some space, turns back below the goal line. He's looking far side ice. Sees Hunter on that side. Hunter sweeps it across to Colton, who's going to get it across center ice, dump it, and go for a change. Hunter's going to keep up the pressure in the defense in the offensive zone for your Tigers. Jack just on the ice, able to get a great pass, tries a centering pass there. Can't get it through, and so now Abbotsford the other direction. They'll take advantage of the extra width of the Olympic ice and send that across. Tate's going to take it below the goal line, sees his teammate waiting on the boards by the blue line. I believe that's Gavin over there. Is now Stitchka gets the Easton will get the puck on the near side, send it back across to Gavin. Easton able to step to the puck and hold the zone for the Tigers. Goes into the corner. Easton twists it back toward Gavin, but Gavin can't control. Sent back in deep by Pie Guy. Puck rims around near side boards. Jack's going to pick up the pressure there. Jack and Easton working to get the puck off the boards and create an opportunity. They've got Gavin floating in the slot. If they can get the puck there, fresh onto the ice at defense is Marshall. Is Tate protecting the blue line here where the puck battle is at. Able to send it back into the corner. Rimmed around by Abbotsford. They try and backhand it out and can't. Finally do send it near side and get it across the blue line. And now send it all the way down the ice. Rooms around there, Jared on the ice at defense, but that's Gavin able to send the puck out to neutral zone where Easton's going to pressure the puck carrier. Abbotsford able to gain the blue line, send the shot wide near side. And this is Easton with the puck at center ice. He's going to dump the puck in. Brody's going to pick up the pressure. Onto the ice for Easton is Henry.
Catch up.
As there is an opportunity here created, a stick lift helps out so that Henry can get the puck and turn it up near side boards, preventing any real opportunity there for the Hawks squad. Puck sent out across the width of the ice. Brody's headed toward it. Hawks able to slap it in, but Brody able to keep it from going far and creates an opportunity for a shot there. Held in the zone by Josh. Josh is going to take it deep into the zone. Tries to get a shot. Cruin steps up, takes the shot. That finds its way through the goalie, who fights off the opportunity. Now AJ picking up the pressure in the near side, far side corner. Puck sent to the center for the breakout chance. AJ hustles to it and knocks the puck carrier off the puck. Henry sends that back into the zone. AJ is going to be the first one there to it by far. Makes the move, but the puck knocked off his stick. He stays with it, gets the puck back to Josh. Josh sends that through traffic and just deflected wide far side. Your Tigers still with the puck as that's Colton turning and sending it below the goal line. Rimmed around near side. AJ reaches for it, can't get to it. Tigers will have to regroup. Josh has the puck on his stick, taps it over to AJ, who gains the zone for the Tigers. Centering pass to Miles, but the Hawks player got his stick in the way of that pass. They'll dump and change, will the Hawks, and that will do it for this first period. Still a 0-0 match, but the Tigers mostly had the better opportunities throughout that period. They just need to find the back of the net. Overall, a lot more like the game Friday night versus the game last night as far as effort and energy. We're seeing some quality contact. We're seeing puck battles. We're seeing challenges for anything loose, and that's the type of play that will help this team to win. perfect. Teamwork makes the dream work. The big cans. I did those. I'm wearing a tie. I'm going to do it. Jalen headed back to the net. He hasn't had to do too much, but what he has had to do, he's done well. Starting this second period, it's going to be Henry at the center with Brody to his near side, Steven to his far side, and Marshall and Jared back on defense. Henry wins that back, but it gets past Marshall. He's going to have to head down to the corner and dig that out of the far end. Jared switches up and sends that up the boards on his behalf. Puck sent back deep. Jared recollects, skates around to the far side corner. Looks for the centering pass. Had Brody flashing, but knocked off his stick. Second attempt, Tigers do get it out. Brody's still pressuring there. Puck sent up the near boards where Henry's going to turn it back to Brody. Brody gains the zone for the Tigers. They'll look to set up something here. Knocked off Brody's stick, but does come up center where Marshall just barely overskates it. Can't get the shot off. He had big eyes as he saw an opportunity there. Brody makes the change. Onto the ice for the Tigers is Hunter. And that's an offsides for the Hawks squad. We'll have a face-off on the near side, face-off dot center ice. Hunter's going to be joined by his other forward line mates in Easton and Teague. Defense is Josh and Cruin. Josh steps up to that. Face-off puck. Carries it deep into the zone for the Tigers. He's going to shovel it into the below the goal line and go back and cover his spot at the blue line. Abbotsford sends that across where Teague's going to be the nearest to it, so able to hold the zone are the Tigers. Teague rubbed off that puck in the corner. Abbotsford able to send it up and make the touch pass for the breakout. Good speed there by the Abbotsford Hawks, but Cruin able to steer the player wide to where he lost the puck, and so the Tigers will come the other direction. Teague sends a cross-ice pass there for Hunter, can't connect, but did get it out of the zone. So at the very least, if you can't control the puck, make the other team regroup. They do sweep it across, tap it in, but Josh is just going to turn that puck right back out to center ice where Teague's going to get it across center ice and go for a change. Miles, first to jump on the ice for the Tigers, goes down, pressures, forces a pass. That comes up the near boards. Pie Guy is able to get it cleanly and uncontested. He'll scoop it across to his defensive partner, who makes a move, gets it up toward Colton. It's Colton, AJ, and Miles up front. That puck will come out of the zone. Miles just keeps the offsides as Colton needed to get out. Miles able to keep the puck out of the zone. But we did have to go all the way back to the far end due to some pressure, so Tigers are going to have to do the work to break it out. Colton does gather the puck and skates it up out of the zone, makes the pass to AJ. AJ makes a little flip, then gains the zone. Puck sent around below the goal line to the far side. Comes to center ice. AJ taps the player from behind. Tate tries to send that around below the goal line. Centering pass there didn't work for the Hawks. Found its way to Colton, who was the only one in the slot. Nice pass there by the Hawks. He just gains the zone, and then Colton takes the puck carrier down. Hawks cramming up the boards. AJ able to twist it out down the ice, and he'll go for a change, as will the rest of the Tigers, on an icing whistle with 9:51 in the second period. Still 0-0. Jared will be back on defense with Marshall, I believe. Up front, it looks like it's going to be Gavin, Jack, and I believe Gavin took the face off there. Gavin did. Gavin, Jack, and Preston are your forwards. That's Hawks have the puck on the near side boards. That's Gavin flying into the corner to lay the hit. Puck still on the stick of the Hawks player, and Jalen stands tall with a lot of chaos in front of him, keeps the puck out of the net. Back to the Hawks blue line, send in, and Jalen equal to that one. It did find its way through, but he kept it out of the back of the net. Tigers able to break out the puck the other direction. This is Jack pushing the puck down the ice as a couple of his line mates are making a change. Steven has come onto the ice and is supporting the battle on the boards. He's going to slide his way back to the slot as Gavin and Jack are working on the board battle. Puck comes out on the stick of an Abbotsford player. They try the stretch pass. Refs will say he touched that on the bounce, but Jared gets there first. Jared makes a centering pass that didn't find its way. Luckily, Jack able to sweep it off the stick of the Abbotsford player who had an opportunity to go right up the center there. Gavin picking up the physicality for the Tigers here, but the Hawks able to gain the zone. Jared with a good stick check there. Prevents the Hawks from getting too deep. Hawks try and make a pass off the boards here and just sent back to the defensive player of the Hawks. Again, the stretch pass there goes, and that one does not get touched. Will be an icing with 8:08 in the second period. Brody going to be out on wing with Henry at center. It'll be Steven on the far side wing right there in front of the net. Cruin on the near side defense. Josh on the far side D. Puck stays where it's at briefly. The Hawks able to get it and send it around below the goal line. They find the breakout on the far side, but miss on that pass. Henry's going to keep up the pressure, hold the zone, tries to tap it down the boards and go get it himself, but the Hawks player able to collect it and rim it around. Cruin's going to try and hold it. They do make the touch pass there, but Cruin able to recollect at center ice, just shovels it backwards into the zone to the waiting Hawks player. Again, a stretch pass breakout here. Works for the Hawks briefly, but Cruin able to tap it off the player's stick long enough to prevent a clean zone entry. Woo! Hawks do finally collect the puck, take it wide near side. He's going to skate it below and try and find a centering pass as he wrapped around. Couldn't, so sent back near side corner. Now shoveled back far side boards. Hawks players pushing it back and forth below the goal line here. Comes up the near boards where Brody flashed but couldn't collect the puck, sent toward the net, and Jalen's just going to glove that one dead. So the Tigers can get a change with 7:01 left in this second period. Coach is sending out Hunter, Easton, Tate back on defense. I believe Teague on a wing there with Easton and Hunter. As Easton comes up ice, taps the puck over to Hunter. Hunter able to gain the zone for the Tigers, but that comes up over the glass. Fans watch out. There's a headache. Our defense is Pie Guy and Tate. Our center is Easton. Hunter on the near side wing. Teague on the far side wing. Hawks win that back. Teague going to keep up the pressure and force the Hawks player to go all the way below the goal line. Got the puck off his stick. Pie Guy going to step to that one, backhanded it, but not as hard as he might have liked to. And so the Hawks able to go the other direction, but good back check effort by Hunter. He gets the puck, tries to rim it around, comes out dangerous in front. That one goes wide far side, I believe. So a couple opportunities here created by the Hawks on a little bit of a funky bounce. Puck finds its way to the blue line. That's sent in on net, and Jalen will glove that one dead. So where the Tigers have looked like the better team in the first period, these Hawks have turned it on a bit in the second to create some chances. We'll see if the Tigers can swing the momentum back the other direction. Trying to do that's going to be Jared, Marshall, back on defense, it'll be Colton, AJ, and Miles as your forwards. Colton takes the drop. That one over to Marshall. Marshall's going to skate it below the goal line. Taps that up to Miles, who tries to make the touch pass to Colton, but the Hawks player jumps it, so we'll try again. Marshall has the puck, turns it up on those far side boards. He's got Miles there to help, but again, the Hawks player able to jump the pass. That's sent back, so Miles racing to get it here at center ice. That looks a lot like interference, but they're letting him play. Miles goes down. Colton comes in next to get the puck. Colton has it, sends it in from the blue line, gloved by the goalie, but not saved, not stopped. Miles loses his skates again, just gets past Colton's stick. Jared able to get the puck in the center ice area. Colton's going to flip that into the zone and try and go get it. Puck comes back to Jared, who sends it toward the net and into the glove of the waiting goalie with 5:14 in the second period. Still a 0-0 game. This faceoff is going to be taken by Gavin with Preston in front of the net, Jack on the far side wing, Cruin back on defense, and I believe Josh on the far side D. Abbotsford wins this and skates it below the goal line. Pass across for the breakout to center ice. Cruin skates through the hands of the puck carrier. Can't maintain possession of the puck, but does get it back here at the red line, sends it across to Josh, who surveys his options up ice. He'll touch that to Preston, who taps it into the Tiger zone and then goes to get it himself. Hawks get there first, sent up to the blue line. Cruin sends it wide near side. That's going to rim all the way around where Jack's going to go pick up the effort. Hawks can't quite make the pass they wanted off the boards. Jack sends it back in deeper, and the Hawks rim it back around near side where Preston's going to pick up the pressure. That comes out to Gavin, who tries to twist the puck to Preston. Preston gets it, sends it high and wide far side. Josh now skates in, has the puck, has an opportunity. He's just creating some time and space, almost loses the handle, makes the move to keep it in deep, taps that to Steven, who's on the ice for the Tigers. Sent to the far side, and Abbotsford just going to send that down ice as that line had a long shift. Jalen does have to play that, so no icing. Josh going to pick the puck off of his stick, and Steven's going to send it in. He lifts it backhanded deep into the zone. Brody's going to go pick up the effort to try and get it out of that far side corner. Abbotsford reverses the ice and breaks out on this near side. That shot gets into the glove of Jalen with 3:37 on this in this second period. Tate out on defense. Brody is out up front. Pie Guy is your other defender. And that's Pie trying to just get the puck out. Gaggle of skaters there grouped up in front of the net. Puck ended up far side to this near side boards. Now Henry's going to pick up the pressure. Brody's supporting him behind. So it's Brody, Henry, and Steven as your forwards. Abbotsford sends that in below the goal line. Try to go get it, and that's going to be a penalty on the Tigers. I'm going to guess a roughing with 3:05 in this period. He did lift the player's hands and he dumped funny. That'll be Jax, our friend the Pie Guy, serving a 2-minute penalty with 3:05 in this second period. Hawks have an opportunity to take the man advantage. First penalty of this game. It's going to be Easton out there with Jared, Marshall, and Teague to kill off this 2-minute man advantage for the Hawks. Hawks working, Tigers working as best they can to keep this puck along the sideboards. Comes up to the blue line, sent back to the Oh, Jalen with a fantastic flash of the glove, able to keep that puck out of the back of the net. That kills off the first quarter of this penalty. Minute and a half left on the penalty kill for the Tigers. Coach going to send out AJ Colton up front. Cruin and Josh as defense. Nice pass across there by the Hawks. AJ coming at you with the puck. He'll keep it deep and just eat up as much time as he can. Finds Colton in front, and a shorthanded opportunity created by AJ and Colton here with 2:19 in this second period. A man down, but they're thinking, let's put something on the board. Puck stays where it's at. Colton spins, but the Hawks players jump the puck. Tipped up the ice and into the zone for Abbotsford. They control it along the boards, and Jalen able to prevent that one from going in somehow.
Get it out, boys.
The Hawks have been creating chances here.
Come on.
That one sent up high into the glass behind the net by Jalen, as we're at 43 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Tigers. Colton has the pressure. AJ able to step up and get that cross pass attempt by the Hawks. He's going to dump it deep into the zone and make them come the full length of the ice with 26 seconds left on the penalty.
Hustle, hustle.
AJ has it, tries to sweep it deep, gets it into the legs of the player in front of him. AJ went for a change. Steven on the ice as we count to 15 seconds left on the penalty kill. And again, Jalen's glove is working today. He'll glove that one dead with 8 seconds left on the penalty to Jax. 1:13 left in this second period. Still a 0-0 game. Jalen earning his paycheck today. Trying to kill off the last of this penalty, it's going to be Henry and Steven with Jared and Marshall as your defenders. Again, 8 seconds left on the penalty kill. Puck won back by the Tigers. Marshall skates back below the goal line, gets it. Breakout pass made there by Jared to Henry. And Jax is out of the box, heads to the bench. And it's going to be Brody joining the action to make it 5-on-5 hockey. Great centering pass there, just couldn't connect, could the Tigers. Jared holds the blue line. Brody's going to sweep that puck across and turn it back deep. Henry trying to settle the puck, does get it onto his stick, works below the goal line. He's got the space. He's hoping something clears up in front. He sends it toward the net, hoping it takes a funny bounce, but the Hawks goalie able to glove that dead with 33.3 seconds left in the second period. Sometimes teams can get a little bit of momentum after a penalty kill. Let's see if it works for the Tigers today. It's going to be Brody on your near side wing. Scratch that, Steven on your near side wing. Brody in front of the net as Henry takes the face off. Pie Guy back on defense as Brody skates in. Can't get that, finds its way to Pie Guy, who sends it through traffic. Loose in front. Tigers scrambling to try and jam it in. Can't do it. Far side defense is Tate, so it's Tate and Pie Guy back trying to stop the rush the other direction. Hawks lift that in. Pie Guy first to it. He sends it up near side boards. Brody's going to have to work to get that out. Sends it below the goal line. Hawks skating with it, trying to send it up the boards. That finds its way all the way out of the zone. And that will do it for this second period of action. As we head into the third, still a blank score sheet, 0-0.
Yeah, I'd almost rather have him before the walk. All that does is you just bring your legs, you know, like, go get the food. At least you can float there.
Just chill out.
We'll head into the third and final frame of our final match of the Cactus Cup tournament. Coach is going to start us off with Colton in center, Miles and AJ as your wings. Josh and Cruin will be your defensemen.
Out there.
Miles able to gather the puck after the faceoff, takes the shot and had to scramble, did their goalie. I think that one was headed a bit high, but held in the zone here by Josh. Josh sends it back deep to Colton. Colton makes the centering pass. Miles can't quite gather it. Hawks player able to get his stick on it. Good one-timer there by Colton, who sometimes you wonder why they take the one-timers. This one was the right one to make. The goalie was moving, and so he had to get the puck off his stick fast. Tiger's able to gain the zone. AJ steps in, tries to get the shot, but just mishits that one. Sent back near side boards. Miles picks up the pressure there. He's got the support of Colton. Colton sends that back to Josh, who's able to hold the blue line. Skates it in. That goes off a Miles' stick in front of the net. AJ can't quite settle that puck down, and so the Hawks head the other direction. Plenty of Tigers players there to put pressure on the puck carrier and finally do slow him down and get the puck off his stick. Miles gets it on this near side, flips it up the boards, and Miles is going to head for a change, as will the other two centers, two forwards for that line. Jack out onto the ice for the Tigers, joined by Gavin and Preston. Your defense is also making a change. You've got Jared on the ice with Marshall as Abbotsford finds its way to center ice finally. All five Tigers able to make a change there. Bouncing puck sent wide near side. That puck deflects up high to the far side corner. Jack's going to go try and sweep it out. Instead, he goes high to be the breakout option for Marshall, who jams the puck out to center ice. Into traffic there were the Hawks. They make the pass across, but deflects into the Tiger traffic in front of them. Finishing the hit there was Preston. If you can't get to the puck, get to the man. Marshall sweeps that back near side. Jared's going to try and get the breakout going. Twisted to center ice and onto the player of the Hawks stick. A couple of Hawks are going to go make a change as that's twisted up the near side boards. And that could go all the way and does for an icing with 10:39 in this third frame. Sometimes an icing is what you want because it gets you a change. We're going to find our new forwards in Easton, Teague, and Hunter. A couple of new defensemen as well. I see Tate. As Tate goes to get that in the corner, sweeps it to the far side where Pie Guy picks it up and sends it up the boards. This is going to have to be Teague working the far end of the ice to pressure the puck carrier. Knocks him off the puck. Hunter steps up to continue the pressure and keep the zone for the Tigers. Can only do that if they can get the possession of the puck, and unfortunately the wide Olympic-size ice helps out the Hawks in that situation as they're able to gain the zone. And they're saying that one's a penalty. That one looked pretty shoulder to shoulder and pretty darn clean to me. Hawks are going to go back on the power play as Easton called for a penalty there at 10:06 in the third. It's going to be Henry killing off up front with Steven. Cruin will be on the ice with Josh as your defenseman. That one back to the blue line. Hawks trying to set something up on the far side boards, but instead let the puck trickle below the goal line. Now come near side. They'll make the DDD pass there to try and create space, but that's Steven stepping in front of the shot. Great block by him on this penalty kill.
The middle.
Not making it easy for these Hawks to find space. They'll push it back to the blue line and then back to that far side boards. Can't handle the pass, can the Hawks player. So now Cruin working in the corner.
Out, Josh.
Steven helping to pin that puck below the goal line. Hawks finally get it near side. Go defense there. Stepping to it was Henry, making it hard for the Hawks again to find space on this power play.
Move.
Puck sent to the side of the cage, bounces out in front, but too much bounce and not enough players. We're now under 1 minute to go in the penalty kill. Much more deliberate, thoughtful penalty kill here, which actually works out in the favor of your killers because they're not having to expend much energy. That puck does find its way across the blue line. Steven goes for a change. Onto the ice for him is AJ. Now Henry will make a change, and onto the ice for Henry is Colton. As AJ picks up the pressure at the blue line, backhanded in harmlessly, finds its way out across the blue line. The Hawks player able to collect it and turn it back the other direction. A little bit of a trip at center ice, but if the refs don't see it, they can't call it, and they apparently did not see it. That does get sent down the ice as we count to 10 seconds remaining in this penalty kill for the Tigers. Jared onto the ice at defense with Marshall. That looked like an offsides, but it's off the stick of the player, and now Tigers are back full strength. Marshall able to gain the zone for the Tigers. 8 minutes remain in this third period. Good centering pass doesn't find its way all the way to AJ, who is ready to take the shot. Jared sends it back in deep. That'll come to Marshall. Marshall sends it into traffic in front, deflected back out wide side. Hawks just try and turn and spin it. That does bounce its way out to center ice. Miscommunication there, but AJ decides, fine, I'll go get the puck, and he takes it in deep on the near side boards, tries for the centering pass, but can't connect with Miles in front of the net. That comes to Marshall, who dumps it below the goal line. Tigers are going to have to go work to get it there. The Hawks player sends it far side, and now it's going to be a back check battle. Marshall with some fantastic physical effort slows down the player. Centering pass made, puck loose, but Miles comes away with it on the far side. He's going to take it, tries to pass across there. Jared misses on it as it had gone into the skates of a Hawks player. Jack on the ice now. Miles with a great stick there to hold the zone for the Tigers. And Miles has put together a quality tournament. Fantastic effort. Jack twists that one in front. Miles can't quite get there quick enough to jam it in. That's rimmed all the way around the far side where Pie Guy is going to regroup at center ice. He sends it across to Tate. Tate carries the puck, sends it to Miles, who sends it back across to Pie Guy. This wide rink, and they're not finding the space they'd like. They twist it down the other direction. Sent up the boards by the Hawks, who are able to jam it into the Tiger zone. Pie Guy with probably an ill-advised pass. That one's dangerous, but Jalen able to fight it off, and they'll blow that one dead with 6:09. Always a dangerous pass when you send it to the center in your own end of the ice, but the Tigers bailed out by Jalen on that one. 6:09 in the third period. Coach is going to try and get it down to the other end of the ice with I believe Henry, Steven, as Steven flying up the ice, able to jam that down the boards. He's got Brody in front, but can't quite connect with him. That's Cruin holding the zone on the far sideline, Josh on the near side blue line. That goes up off the glass funny, gloved down by Brody, but headed the other direction are the Hawks. Plenty of Tigers there to prevent too much trouble. This is Steven working the puck on the boards. He decides to pin the player there so his teammate can come and jam that puck up. That's Henry carrying the puck up on the far side. He's got Steven in front, so that might have been Brody jamming the player to the boards there. Steven and Henry collide below the goal line. And the Hawks are just going to send that to center ice, make the Tigers regroup. Henry's going to send that to Brody, who just gets twisted up. Josh on the ice on defense, but this will be Jared going to get the puck. Teague on the ice up front. As Easton going to be the first to that puck. None of the Hawks players really rushing to it. Teague gloves that one down, but taken out below the goal line.
There you go, good hustle.
Good work by Hunter, causes the puck to stay where it's at along the boards, but the Tigers just can't gain it and get it into the zone. This is Hunter and Teague working on the boards along with Easton. Puck comes out in favor of the Hawks, but they can't get it deep either. Teague looking for the hit, misses.
Oh, guys, focus.
Jammed into the zone, Jared gets the puck, and he's just going to send it up toward Teague, who's able to get it and skate across center ice. He takes the shot. Sent to the far corner by the Hawks goalie, where the Hawks defenseman will collect it and skate it to the near side. He's looking for options cross ice. Lifted into the zone by the Hawks as we're just under 4 minutes to play in this game. That goes all the way down, was tipped, so will not be an icing. Preston pressuring on the far end of the ice. He's got Henry helping him out, and Gavin on the far side wing. Tate's going to have to go get that one. Instead, rims around where Jax is going to pick up the pressure. Sent around and out of the zone by the Hawks players. As we count to 3 minutes, 20 seconds in this period, the team that's got a chance to win is going to be the one that skates the hardest for the remainder of this game. That one goes all the way down, and that will be an icing. So the Tigers with an opportunity here for a face-off in front of the Hawks goalie in their offensive zone. Coach says, Colton, Miles, and AJ, you take care of business up front. It's going to be Cruin and Josh back on defense. Puck comes to the side. The Hawks player able to get it and turn it below the goal line. They're working it around to the far side boards and do get the breakout. Working up the far side boards, they send it in, bad angle there, but loose in front. AJ able to kick it out to his stick and heads the other direction with some speed. He'll take it wide. He's got Miles in the center. He stops quick, sees Josh, makes a pass. Josh sends it in. Puck is loose. Tigers are scrambling. Colton tried to jam at it. Easton, Miles is able to get that puck and send it in. Puck still loose. A ton of scrambling going on in front. Puck still loose. Miles working hard. The Hawks finally able to come away with the puck and break it out of the zone. Good cross-ice pass there. So Tigers hungry, but couldn't get the puck settled and into the net. Breakout pass there to Miles. Miles tries to get it across, can't, gets it into the skates of the player in front of him. Colton's going to pick up the pressure on the far end of the ice with 2 minutes left in this third period. Rims around, Jared's going to get it and sweep it up the far boards. Brody has the puck on his stick. He's got Steven headed to the zone with him. He dumps it in. Does Brody. Steven's going to go work it below the goal line. Steven and Brody working on getting the puck out. A Tiger does come away with it. He's got Henry in front. Henry jams it at the net. Again, puck was still way loose with 1:39. And a lot of whistles, but none in the favor of the Tigers today. So with 1:39 left in this game, still a 0-0 match. It's going to be Henry taking the face off. Puck below the goal line. Funny bounce in front, goes wide. Brody trying to hold the zone, comes up to the blue line. Henry sends it in through traffic. Puck below the goal line. Out to the blue line for the Tigers, who send it back in front. Almost had a 5-hole there with a minute 10 left in this period. Tigers are scrambling. Timeout taken by the Hawks. Coaches will talk it over. Both teams want to send out a goal scorer. A lot of quality hockey has been had today. The Tigers have looked good when they play with energy. They've been able to create some fantastic opportunities, and you can tell these boys want to finish this tournament on a high note. These last couple of shifts, really just jamming the puck toward the net and trying to get a bouncy, loose puck in behind a goalie. Couple of whistles you would have liked to have seen go different for these Tigers there at the end. The puck was still loose. They blew it dead thinking it was covered. Certainly in some of those scrambles, you'd think they could have called a couple of different penalties. Heard a few fans yelling holding. I'm sure there was probably more there in those scramble moments, but the refs just not calling it. The couple of penalties they have called today, both going against the Tigers. First one, probably a little more obvious if they're going to make those kinds of calls. The second one, not sure why they made the call they did. But with the minute 10 left in this game, coach is going to send out Colton, Pie Guy, and it's going to be Pie Guy and Josh back on defense. It's going to be Colton up front with Steven, and your center man is going to be Henry. Swept to the side. First player to it is Steven. Steven working below the goal line. Met on the other side by Colton, who twists that to the center and almost again creates an opportunity for Henry, but was just out of his reach. Henry tries to sweep that to the center, and again, one that probably could have been a call, but the team from Canada gets to hit. We do not. Send in off the side of the cage with 42 seconds left in this match. Centering pass connects. Puck is still loose. And able to find the back of the net first are the Canadians with 36 seconds left in this match. It will be 0-1 in favor of the Hawks. Tigers coach not happy with some of the non-calls. I'm sure he has been all game, but finally gets the ref's ear here with 36 seconds left in the match.
I think we called timeout.
Tigers do take the timeout to see if we can equalize this one and go away with the tie.
Sorry?
I thought he whistled and... No, I got it. But yeah, there could have been plenty of opportunities for him to call it out.
So with 36 seconds left, it's going to be Jared, Steven up front with Josh, and Easton back on defense with Henry, I believe. So an odd look there for the Tigers. Whatever it was, it didn't work. The Canadian team able to get the zone. That will be an offsides. Clock runs to 15 seconds. Steven is taking the face off here. He's got Jared to one side. He's got Henry to the other. Stichka and Henry also up. They're trying to get him flattened out so that we can get the breakout wide, I think is what's happening there. But instead, one back by the Abbotsford squad and sent in deep. We count under 10 seconds here. And a lot of good in this game for the Tigers. They've just got to find a way to find the back of the net. The energy was there, and when they had the energy and effort, again, it worked out. As coach watches the tape in practice, hopefully that's what he talks about is just keeping the energy high. If you keep working, the good things will happen. You can say the refs could have done a little bit different, but you never want to blame these things on them. The boys just got to take care of business and just couldn't get it done today. So that'll do it for Arizona and the Cactus Cup. We'll see you back in Colorado Springs in the very near future. Have a great one. Stay warm.